Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting our journey into finite element analysis with one of the simplest and most important simulations you can ever make, which is a static structure analysis of a cantilever beam. But we are not going to do it in a boring way, so meet our new engineer today, Mr. Waffles. So apparently, Mr. Waffles believes that every beam in the wall is a comfortable place to sit on. So unfortunately for the beam, Mr. Waffles weighs like exactly 100 Newton today. So our mission is simple. Can this steel beam survive the cat weight or not? So let's find out in ANSYS Workbench. First of all, I'm gonna to go to ANSYS Workbench. As you can see, from the toolbox, we have to drag and drop a static structure analysis, which you could find it there, here, and we will drop it in the schematic. Actually, I already did this before. So static structure analysis is used when loads are applied slowly and don't like change with time. So now let's go and open the geometry. So from our analysis, I'm gonna to double click on the geometry, and there we are right now inside like space claim, and so we will create like a very simple beam with the dimensions like 10 by 10 with a length of 400 millimeter. So this is basically a slender steel bar. So let's create a sketch on the XY plane, for example there, and we will draw a rectangle 10 by 10. So I'm going to draw a defined rectangle from center, 10 by 10, and hit enter. Then we extrude it. We go to pull tool and extrude it 400 millimeter, as you can see. And that is it. Congratulations, you have just designed the world's most expensive cat seat. But before we go directly to the workbench, like model preparation, I'm gonna actually to add something. I'm gonna to go to split, and on the top face there, I'm gonna like just to split an edge there, just in order to put our load later on this face. So now our model like is done, and now we go back to the ANSYS Workbench. So before we go to the model, actually let's take a look into the engineering data. There you can like add materials, define like change like material properties and so on. In our case, let's like keep it like simple. We will use like by default a structural steel, which is like have a density of 7,850 kilogram per meter cube with a Young's modulus of 200 gigapascal and a Poisson ratio of 0.3. So we will use these materials. I'm gonna like out right now, and now we can open the model, double click on it, so we can go to the model and see our beam there. So it will take some time to load into the screen right now. And before like solving anything, as you can know, let's think like engineers. So every like finite element analysis like requires three things, like geometry, assigning like material, and boundary conditions. So without boundary conditions, the beam would simply fly away into space. And unfortunately, like ANSYS is not like a zero gravity simulator. So let's like first generate the mesh before like defining the boundary conditions. So from there, I'm gonna to go to mesh, and actually we can like generate directly a mesh, but let's like change some settings there. So first of all, I'm gonna to change the element order from program control to quadratic to ensure like better like resolution, and I'm gonna to make the element size actually 5 millimeter, And I'm gonna to open sizing and use adaptive sizing. Let's like change it to no, and I will keep everything else like as it is defined already by default. So this is enough, I think, for right now for this simple model. So let's go to mesh, right click on it and hit generate mesh. So as you can see, we are doing like here, like all what we are doing here actually is dividing the beam into like many small finite elements, as you can see. And think of it as a cutting the beam into like tiny pieces and asking every piece like how much are you deforming at the end. So when thousands of these tiny pieces like answer that question together, we get the final solution, which is that basically the magic of finite element analysis. So now let's like hold the beam. First of all, in order to do this, I'm going to go to static structural and insert a fixed support. So let's choose a face above, and like on the right face there, I will choose it, and this face will be taken as a fixed support actually, and this means the end cannot move or rotate. It's completely clamped. So this beam is now ready for our like cat experiment. So now let's apply finally the load. I'm gonna back to static structural, right click on it, insert and tip force. The same things. I'm gonna to go to this already prepared face and hit apply. And I'm gonna change the define by from vector to components, so I can now like the cat applies like a force of 100 newtons. So in my case, I'm gonna to go to the Y and hit minus 100, which is like a downward force like in minus Y direction. So perfect, Mr. Waffles has officially taken his seat right now. And before solving, let's ask like ANSYS what we want to know actually. So in order to do this, actually I'm going to go to solution and insert total deformation, for example. And let's like see also like the equivalent von Mises stresses. So these like the most information that we want from this analysis. And these are probably the two most common results like in a static structural analysis. So how much that the beam bend and how stresses does it like become. So now is the time of the moment of the truth. So let's now click on solve. I'm gonna to go to solution, right click on it and hit solve. This will take some time, and actually like ANSYS started like crunching the numbers. Now thousands of equations are being like solved, and meanwhile Mr. Waffles is completely unaware that's an entire finite element model exists just that to support this like his nap. So now our solution, it's already like finished. As you can see, we got the green like right signals. And now actually let's take a look into the total deformations. Okay, so we are seeing right now that at the support we are on the 0 because it's like fixed or clamped, and we have at the end actually a deformation of around like 12 millimeter. So you can see like animation of the simulation. You can just go down to the animation and hit play. As you can see, we can say like how it deforms under the law that we did define before, which was like 100 Newton. And actually this is not like surprise, as you can like expect. We have a downward force, so we expect a deformation downward. So I'm gonna to stop right now the animation and go to the actually now to the stresses by clicking on the equivalent stress. And as you can see now, because we already have like deformations at the end of this beam, we should expect like a bending stress at the support or near the support like region. And as you can see here, depending on the legend that we have like around 245 megapascal as a maximum stress. But be careful, this could be in some time like a singularities, but as I see in my model right now, if I go to probe and take a probe, it seems like at this region it's around 245 megapascal. And again, this is like let's like compare this with a theory. Actually, I already like calculate in theory what should I expect. So we got like a deformation of around like 12 millimeter, and analytically I got like around 11.6, which is like too near, and a bending stress of around 232 megapascal. I got 245 megapascal. So that's expected. You don't have to expect like exactly 100% like same results because of many reasons like mesh, like boundary conditions, and so on. So in this case, like today, we answered the big engineering questions. So can our steel beam hold, Mr. Waffle? So according to this simulation, I'm gonna to let you to answer in the comment section. So please, depending on the results that we have, which is like we have a stress of around 245 megapascal, is this like good or not? Please write me on the comments and tell me why. So the cat may continue his nap safely. It's like depend on your like answer. So I'm waiting for your answers. And like more importantly, you have just like completely your very first static structural simulation in ANSYS. So if you enjoyed this tutorial and want to continue learning finite element analysis step by step, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what should we let like Mr. Waffles like test next. I wish you a wonderful day, and until the next video.